Hello everyone. Now, last time I showed you a quick tip on how you can monitor your Kafka streams, but what if this time you want to troubleshoot or investigate? Maybe you're building a data pipeline or an application and you just want to see some data that's being published onto a Kafka topic. How do you do it? So here, for example, I have a little microservice that's acting as a producer onto a topic. It's producing a load of events that you can see. But if I want to see if the data is being published correctly, what it looks like, how it's being transformed, it's not so easy. So I can run the Kafka consumer from the console and then maybe run a grep. That's fine maybe for this use case, but then it's not necessarily very efficient or scalable. And of course, if other people in the organization need to query the data, well, that's not going to work. A lot of people tend to dump their data into something like Elasticsearch and then run queries over it. For me, that's a little bit overkill in terms of storage and infrastructure maintenance costs. And of course, you could develop a custom application, maybe a K-Streams application, but then you have to think about permissions and maintenance and scaling and yada yada yada. So a little bit like last time, I'm going to show you how you can quickly do that using lenses.
So I'm back indoors. First thing we're going to do is check out all the different topics that are sitting on my Kafka cluster. I can do this from the topics section here. And I'm going to get a breakdown of all those different topics. I can sort by total number of events within the topic, number of partitions. I also see how the key and the value is serialized. If I take, for example, this Reddit post topic, I'm going to see some of the data within the topic listed as keys and values. If you like, you can present the data in a sort of table, Excel format, which allows you to highlight certain cells, or in raw data, sort of JSON objects. You can also download that data locally onto your desktop. I tend to prefer the grid view. And then if you have multiple partitions and you want to jump to a partition and partition offset, you can set the partition from the drop down and then jump to a specific offset, which is great if you're troubleshooting. But in some cases, you want to troubleshoot based on the values of the keys or the values. So you can do that using the SQL editor workbench. This is a really powerful feature. It's going to allow different people across your organization to query their data using a syntax that, well, most people are familiar with these days. So if we dive in, now I want to go back to that payments topic that my microservice that I showed earlier was publishing to. So if we just have a quick preview, and there are a couple of important fields I want to highlight. One is the amount of the transaction, and the other one is the merchant ID that sourced the payment. So if I want to filter to just one particular merchant, I can put in the SQL editor a conditional statement where merchant ID equals, for example, 70, and run that, and there I have my results. And maybe I want to create a report that's a little bit more sophisticated. Let's say the sum total of all the transactions broken down by the different merchants, except I don't want to use the merchant ID, I want to use the name of the merchant. I have another topic, fortunately, which has that mapping, merchant ID to merchant name. So all I need to do is create a SQL statement to do the join between the two topics. Now, anyone familiar with ANSI-SQL will be fairly familiar with the syntax here. I'm just using that merchant ID field to create the left join between the two. And if I run that, there I have my report. And I can just copy the cells if I like, and then simply paste them into an Excel sheet or a Google Sheet, and voila. Okay, that was a very quick tip on how you can inspect your topics using a SQL syntax. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like it or subscribe to our channel. Alternatively, you can follow us on LinkedIn or Twitter, details in the description below. Thanks for watching, and à bientôt.